Something mad with his hair as well.
He is. He's going to be a surfer or something.
Yeah, he looks like kind of Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did you guys get along okay?
We got along great.
You looked like you were getting along in that sex scene in the car, right?
Do you know, it's so funny though, and there's a sex scene in the movie and we're portraying a real life couple.
I saw it about 4 times and I only saw the movie once.
And the real life couple, they loved the movie, the real life couple who were portrayed, but they were so disappointed in us because they didn't think the Pinto, which we had sex in, wasn't rocking enough. They were like, we really would have had that Pinto rocking.
Well,
and I was like, it's Jerry Butler's fault. I was giving it a good go.
Well, I believe you, and I know Jerry likes to throw himself at that kind of thing with gusto, but the...
It wasn't a Pinto. It wasn't a lot of...
Well, Pintos are much maligned car. They're actually very stable.
Are they right? Because they got the wide base on it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Wide base.
Indeed.
There it is. You want a nice wide base, keep things nice and stable so that things don't rock too much.
You want to be tight. I think you should dye your hair red. I think you're almost there. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I am almost there. TV. Hey, we're out of time. Do you want some, I will take cash. I will take cash. Well, you mean you'd like to go for the big cash prize?
Yeah, I'd like to go for the big cash prize.
All right, you're not like, I'll take cash. All right. $50 and singles acceptable at any strip club in these United States, all right?
Deal.
Okay, you ready?
Okay.
One question.
Okay.
All right. Iceland is in the North Atlantic. Reykjavik is its capital city. Within 100 pounds, what is the heaviest pig of all time?
Within
100 pounds.
I think they would exceed 100 pounds for sure.
No, within 100 pounds.
Oh, within 100 pounds. Oh, okay.
It's not like you 100 pounds. Well,
oh,
look at
okay,
that.
okay. I would say 250.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Would I say 100 pounds?
No, you wouldn't say 100 pounds either. I would say probably something like
220 pounds? 220? 2,000 pounds? 2,200.
I think we can get you that!
Feel no more, Len. It's over.
Sam.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Them kids have had their whole lives burned to the ground and worse. How many of them you see giving up? God gave you a purpose, Sam Childers. Now get off your butt, stop your crying, and build it again. Can you hear me?
You're so beautiful. at every game, every Sunday, for absolutely nothing extra.
Nothing extra for all those games?
I cannot tell a lie.
I like that wig.
Don't miss your last chance to get NFL Sunday ticket included at no extra charge.
This top stylist tested new Suave Professional's dry shampoo versus Renee Ferderer.
Both sides feel unbelievable. Clean, no residue, great volume and texture. I cannot tell the difference. It is amazing.
New Suave Professional's dry shampoo, formulated to refresh as well as top salon dry shampoos.
This is Coach Parker, whose nonstop day starts with back pain and a choice. Take Advil now, and maybe up to 4 in a day. Or choose a leave and 2 pills for a day free of pain. Way to go, Coach.
Welcome. Come on in.
Casey, what about the new edge drew you to it?
The look of it. I love the sleek design. I like the rounded edges.
What does the technology in your edge make you think of Ford?
It just makes me think that Ford is in it to win it. Ford is trying to get to the next level. You really have to make yourself stand out, and I think Ford has done that.
Looking over there, how's the car look?
Is this my car?
It was the craziest Amazing Race start ever.
I can't find my passport.
CBS Sunday. 2 teams will face certain elimination.
I'm making a mistake right now. It's fatal.
There has never been a better time to get into the epic adventure.
This is pretty amazing.
This Emmy winner. A new Amazing Race CBS Sunday.
If you're going to be in the Los Angeles area and would like to attend a taping of the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, please call 323-570-0059 or visit oneiona.com. Join the PlayStation movement at NFLRush.com.
Your friend told you they love their pipe. You read about how reliable Hondas are. Still, wait. What if I told you the Odyssey was a 2011 top safety pick? Or that Kelly Blue Book rated the CRV highest resale value and you can get a great deal on all 3? Still not convinced? That's when you go from true consumer guy, weird, Newlandian denier guy. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
I don't even think a land player knows they want to
Call Express Home Buyers. Call us for a free and confidential consultation.
Express Home Buyers. We buy your house in 7 days.
Hey, it's Beth. No, don't take a detour. So she rocked the bake sale fundraiser. Big deal. With those glasses, you're rocking aisle 6. And a lot of spandex. In a good way.
Find the look that works for you with Our Eyes selection, service, and prices. Now get 2 complete pairs of eyeglasses, including no-line bifocals, just $99. You can even get the second pair for a friend. Our Eyes.
That works.
Before Allegra, my allergy medicines took hours to work or made me drowsy. After Allegra, I have the only one that combines fast, non-drowsy 24-hour relief of my toughest symptoms.
Proven effective even at 8 times high pollen levels.
After Allegra, I have it all.
Lace up your shoes and join us at the Walk to Defeat ALS on October 16th on the National Mall. Proceeds from the event will support people living with Lou Gehrig's disease. Visit WUSA9.com/ALS for more information. The crowds were tremendous due to overwhelming response. Regency Furniture has held over this giant total warehouse liquidation 2 final days. More furniture has been marked down. This is it. Regency's total warehouse liquidation. Hurry, when they're gone forever. CBS would like to apologize for any suggestive or titillating banter that was on the show tonight. In no way did we wish to upset anyone or give anyone a boner.
Offenbacher's Patio end of season sale. Must sell all patio in 8 big stores. Extra discounts on top of sale prices. In-stock closeouts. Limited quantities. Offenbacher online coupons save you even more. Offenbacher's patio season ends soon.
Largo Community Church, 1701 Enterprise Road in Mitchellville, Maryland. 2 great services, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'll look for you. Change Point, I'm Pastor Morris.
You know what sells? Sex. You know what it sells? Beer. It won't sell an important thing like a car. What will? Well, the Honda Civic received a 2011 highest initial quality award from GGPO and Associates, and right now you can get a stellar deal on one. That's what sells a car. Oh, and a little bit of sex doesn't hurt. Come see the wide selection and great offers at your Honda dealer today.
News, sports, politics, and more. Become our fan at Facebook.com/WUSA9. This is 9 News Now.
Roadblock, a plan that would have helped dozens of devastated families affected by the massive flooding down in Woodbridge, coming to a standstill because of a legal technicality.
Scott Baranek says he was ready to clear out that wiped-out trailer park for free, but red tape is keeping it from happening. Ken Molestina joins us live to explain. Ken.
Yeah, well, many may recall it was almost 3 weeks ago that families living at the Holly Acre Mobile Home Park literally had their entire lives washed out. In the days that followed, many volunteers came forward to help. Now, one do-gooders' efforts are being denied. Joined now by Scott Baranek. Scott, thanks for joining us here. Talk to us a little bit about this plan. You're a contractor yourself, and as we continue to watch these images of the devastated mobile home park, talk to me a little bit about what you were planning to do.
Our initial effort was to go in there with a group of about 25 volunteers and sift through the remains of everybody's home, find pictures, personal items, none of the silverware, family heirlooms, and save them, put them into a trailer, and then let the families know really what we were able to recover from the properties.
Right, you were going to clean this all up. What happened next? Why can't you go forward with this plan now?
We went through all the necessary protocols with the owner of the park and everything, got all of the waivers signed. And when I went to the county to get a permit, they said that they couldn't issue one because I was not a designated Class C builder or Class C heavy highway contractor.
Important to point out here, some of the things that you were looking to salvage and get out of there may no longer be there in the next coming days. Why is that?
I've visited the park 4 times since my initial visit, and I've noticed more and more people there every day loading their trucks, loading trailers full of stuff. And I spoke with one the other day, and he said he was taken to the scrapyard. Further conversation showed that he was one of the residents there, and that his wife was staying with some friends, his daughter was staying with some relatives, and he was staying with a friend because they had nowhere to stay.
Okay. Quickly here, what would you like to happen now? What would you like Prince William County to do? Should they give you some sort of leeway here and allow you to go about your work?
I'm not asking for my leeway. I'm asking for leeway for the situation at hand to allow these families to make some gain out of this devastation.
Sounds good. Scott Baranek, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ken. Meantime, tonight, a family on pins and needles as they anxiously await answers surrounding the death of their son. Army Sergeant Patrick Casey died Tuesday after lying in a coma for 4 days. D.C. police say on Friday, Casey was at a McDonald's in Northwest with his friends, when 3 men started a fight with all of them. Now, they say Casey tried to break it up when one of the men punched him, knocking him unconscious to the ground. Today, police show surveillance video to some of the witnesses, hoping that will lead to an arrest.
Pat's friend said that these guys, you could just tell by the look in their eyes that they were out looking for trouble. Since the videotape existed at the time of the incident, it seems like it's taken a while to get to that point.
Casey did a tour of duty in Afghanistan before coming to D.C. to work on his graduate degree at George Washington, a New York State native. He was the oldest child and a beloved brother of 2 younger siblings.
Well, tonight, a lot of angry and disgusted tweeting out there from people who like to slice and dice that satirical newspaper called The Onion. You see, the paper sent out a tweet today describing screams and gunfire in the Capitol building, and at first, The Onion gave no sign that they were just kidding. That only became clear after further tweets and stories linked to them. And as you can imagine, U.S. Capitol Police were not amused. And neither are the folks now peeling apart the onion for what they consider all that poor taste. And nonsense like that could diminish the impact of real threats, like the guy accused of plotting a model airplane bomb attack on Washington. Terrorism experts described Rezwan Ferdous as serious, highly educated, and determined. The Massachusetts man was indicted today for allegedly plotting an attack on the U.S. Capitol and the Pentagon. The 26-year-old grew up in this affluent Boston neighborhood
where his anti-American leanings may have emerged as early as high school. Classmates remember he refused to face the American flag during the Pledge of Allegiance, and later on they suspected he burned a flag at school.
He's into the cause big time, thinks he's Al-Qaeda, wanted to train in Afghanistan.
Federal agents say Furtis bought a small drone aircraft, about like that one, and planned to buy others, fill them with explosives, and then use a remote control to fly them into the Capitol and the Pentagon. But they cautioned Furtis never had sole control of any explosives or weapons, and the FBI was watching him very closely over the last year.
Republican presidential candidate Herman Cain, who is African-American, says many black voters think the Republican Party is poisoned because they have been brainwashed into not being open-minded. Gary Nuremberg reports this story.
In 2012.
After his surprise win in last week's Florida Republican straw poll, Herman Cain has seen his numbers grow, third now behind Mitt Romney and Rick Perry in the latest Fox News poll. But can an African-American Republican realistically expect support from African-American voters, 96% of whom voted for Democrat Barack Obama in 2008? CNN Wednesday.
Why is the Republican Party basically poison for so many African-Americans?
Because many African Americans have been brainwashed into not being open-minded.
Mr. Cain knows better than that. African Americans are no more brainwashed than any other constituency in America.
Anita Bonds chairs the District of Columbia Democratic Party.
The Republican Party is the party of the rich. I mean, you know, let's face it. Look at what they're saying about the economy. You know, cut first, and then we'll talk about human misery. Human misery doesn't go away, as Republicans would have us to believe.
An argument that doesn't carry much weight with conservative Armstrong Williams.
Listen, the government does not owe you living. The government does not owe you health care.
Williams says there is an argument to be made against President Obama, unemployment, for example.
The plight
you see more than 8 lobbies
under his leadership has worsened.
But Republicans chasing black voters?
To me, that's a poor investment. Why spend all that money and you have very little on your return? Many American blacks in this country, they have this allegiance to race, they have this solidarity, and they will feel that it's a betrayal to themselves not to vote for him.
Well, racial politics is always a minefield with broad generalities a part of seemingly every conversation. But since in the end it all comes down to votes, you have to ask this real politic question. How do you convince voters to vote for you after you've told them they're brainwashed? Anita.
Gary, thank you. Now, how could anyone in their right mind throw a child to her death? That was the focus of today's murder trial against Carmela De La Rosa. The defense says the 50-year-old was legally insane when she threw her 2-year-old granddaughter from a skywalk at Tyson's Corner last November. Today, several medical doctors and psychologists took the stand. Some had seen her after one of her 4 suicide attempts. The doctors all testified that they had diagnosed De La Rosa with major depressive disorder and had prescribed several antidepressant drugs, but none of them said she was psychotic or hallucinating. Prosecutors believe De La Rosa was motivated by anger at her son-in-law for getting her daughter pregnant out of wedlock.
As if he almost vanished into thin air. Tonight, Alexandria police are hoping some new photographs will help them find missing community activist Lenny Harris. Harris, you see there, disappeared last Wednesday night, and just hours later, police say whomever was in that van tried to use his credit card at an ATM in Prince George's County. They also say the van is a white Dodge Caravan, no front tags, multiple people inside. And police are still trying to find out who this man is. They say he was trying to use Harris's credit card at a King Street ATM at 1 a.m. last Thursday.
We've all heard the old saying, no such thing as a free lunch. Apparently that goes for dinner, too.
It seems Ward 8 residents hoping for free turkeys this Thanksgiving are going to have to earn them. Matt Jablow explains.
Marion Barry's turkey giveaway is a Ward 8 Thanksgiving tradition.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you said you needed a turkey, you got one. No questions asked. Now, that's about to change.